It's time to give in to those primal urges. Hello everyone, Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends, and the portal is glowing red. It is a 2x Primal Shard event. We have a champion chase going here. Champion chase has got all kinds of fun little prizes right here, but honestly the big prize here is the opportunity to get a mythical. So we have a double chance of epics, we have a double chance of legendary, we have a double chance of mythical. So we have a really good chance of getting really good champions, or at least what we hope are really good champions. So we are here on my free-to-play account first of all. So the free-to-Paws account, as we mentioned right up here. We've got two of these bad boys here. So you're going to pull these on this account. We are going to pull shards then on my alt, then we're going to pull shards on my main. I have quite a few more there because I've been saving them up with Live Arena. So these are all earned shards. I am nowhere near Mercy, so it's going to be interesting. So let me go grab a Pepsi and we'll be right back. All right, now that we're back, we have the Pepsi that we always like to have. Pepsi likes to bring us some luck, so hopefully Pepsi will continue to bring us some good luck, and we will be seeing some red on these pulls here. It would be absolutely amazing to get a mythical on this account. A legendary would be great. Honestly, I'm hoping for one of these two shards to be a good epic, and I will be very happy here on the free-to-play. So let us get going, yanking that first shard here, and that is, of course, a rare, not particularly exciting Blood Painter, not a particularly exciting champion. And what are we going to get here? Any luck? That is also a rare, and that is a Fencer. Not particularly exciting either. So, all right, you know what? It's what you're going to get for the most case, especially for only having two shards. Could have hoped for better, but you know what? It'll be food for a champion, and that'll be good. So let's get over to the alt account and pull quite a few more of these. And perhaps for even better luck, we do have a mythical interlude of the lovely Bandit, the Fluffy Void. All right, we have been blessed by Bandit. I have my Pepsi in hand. We've got 22 of them here on my alt account, and let's get ripping. We are going to do these probably one at a time because you know what? I would love to see a mythical run out at me. So we'll try to smooth through this pretty quickly especially because we are going to be getting rares, because it is very unfortunate that you get rares from Primal Shards. That's no fun at all. That is an epic Vildrax. And to be fair, I have pulled 2 mythicals on 11 shards on this account, and I have pulled 2 mythicals on a 10 pull on my main. So I know that you can get these things anytime, anywhere. So you just got to keep your hopes up, and eventually you'll get one. Hopefully it's sooner rather than later. And mythicals are all kind of fun, especially depending on where your account is. You know, there are some mythicals that are better than others, but it is definitely nice to get a mythical, and definitely there's a lot of really good ones. So, all right. There's a legendary. That is Ugir the Worm Eater. He was a fusion, I believe. Yeah, I think I may have passed on the fusion and pulled him on this account. So let's go take a look at him quickly. We've got attacks one enemy here, block buffs. Is that 100%? Yeah, it's booked, so 100% chance. Attacks all enemies with an AoE weaken. 100% chance of removing all buffs from all enemies beforehand. Not a bad ability, HP based as well. Doesn't suck horribly. And then Ogre and Fortitude, increase accuracy, increase defense, increase attack for 2 turns instead if they're an attack champion versus a defense champion. It's not bad, not amazing, but not bad. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown, so he's got increased accuracy and either increased defense or increased attack. That's actually pretty decent as far as the support's concerned. This is not an amazing legendary, but not too bad. And then yeah, he does this Urge Puncture when somebody revives, and the effects can't be resisted if they're in the Lizardman faction, which is weird, but there it is. So basically he can possibly counterattack and counter revives. Maybe he's okay. I don't think he hits extremely hard, which I think is the big problem with this kit overall, but not a horrible support, not a bad champion, especially if you got him on like a free-to-play account. If I got this guy on my free-to-play account, he would certainly be built and used to some extent because he's already a 5-star champion and this kit is usable. So let's see if we can get something just a little bit better. Another epic. That is Neldor. That is great. Just having built Mikage on this account, Neldor will be very useful in possibly getting a non-counterattack version of the Fire Knight team up. So we've got here the freeze on the A1 triple hitter, a 4-hitter with decreased attack and decreased accuracy, a double hitter that's an AoE that also does decreased speed, heals his champion as well, could be useful. And then finally, when an ally places a freeze debuff, this champion has a 30% chance to attack the target with their default skill. Seems kind of weird, can be very helpful for wave content if you're freezing them for the wave content as well, just to add a little bit of damage. But this is mostly designed for if you're attacking the Fire Knight and placing freezes, he'll join in. So he is very good if you're using a Newt already and you need a second freezer, or you're using a Carl. He can also be good there as well, because basically you want champions that are going to mostly guarantee a freeze. So you could certainly pair him with like a Creodan, for example, would be another option, but Creodan has a chance to place freeze. And meanwhile, for example, this is a 30% chance when and this does the freeze whenever the ally places that freeze. So the more they can place it, the more likely he is to add into that attack, which makes him very, very powerful when you're teaming up with teams. And this, especially with Newts or your Carls or people that are more guaranteed to put those freeze out there. So very good Fire Knight hard champion, but not quite what we're looking for. We're certainly looking for legendaries and mythicals, and apparently I need more room, so I will be right back. Alrighty, we are back. We have plenty more room. We've got 15 more shards to pull, so let's get pulling. That is a rare, not particularly exciting. We are looking for, we're looking for at least epics. You're certainly looking for legendaries. I would like another legendary, and I would like mythicals. Mythical would be absolutely amazing. All right, Bovos, not too bad. Well, Bovos is not particularly exciting, so let's go see if we can find an exciting champion to talk about. Executioner, decent farmable rare. Hellfreak, okay. Grinner, Reviver for the Undead. There's an epic. That is a Nizana. Nizana's not too bad for an early game account. You've got a decrease attack AoE. It's not a 100% chance, but you got a 75% chance, so it's not too bad. 3-turn cooldown, and then you've got an ally protection on a 3-turn cooldown with a pretty chunky shield on her. Usable for an early clan boss build. Probably not the best. She does have AoE on every attack other than that ally protection, so in a stun set, she can be very good for some content as well. So not a bad champion. Not what we're looking for on this account. There's another epic. That is a Soul Drinker. Soul Drinker's claim to fame is this places 2 bomb debuffs on each champion that detonate after 2 turns when he dies. So he's got some interesting comp builds. You could certainly build him in Arena and then use him to put bombs on other people, then blow him up with other people. But it's a very, very odd and niche team. But it's a team I've seen used before. He's mostly more of a pain in some of the Doom Tower waves. Coffin Smasher, good early clan boss rare. All right, so we're going to just be living with the Ugir. I mean, to be fair, it's a legendary. I cannot complain about getting a legendary at all. I probably still will, but, I'm not supposed to complain about it. There we go. I wasn't dancing. That's the problem. Cornelia, she's got an odd passive here where she places sleep, and whenever an enemy loses sleep, 50% chance of replacing it with fear. And then she's got this passive here where she will sleep somebody else, and she will heal them if their sleep is interrupted, and if their sleep is not interrupted, it heals them and does some other stuff and fills their turn meter. So interesting champion. She can be used for some interesting solo builds, particularly because she can sleep herself, which can keep her pretty well healed as well. So interesting champion. All right. Let's get something cool. There's an epic. That is a Snorting Thug. That is definitely not my definition of cool. So hey, we got one legendary. That is pretty good. How do we do on the champion chase tournament points? Not quite to legendary book, but that's fine. I will take the shards here, or the soul stones, and let's go take a look and see, did I have a duplicate Ugir on this particular account? That is my first faction guardian for the Ogryn. So, hey, I'm not going to complain too much about that. That was at least a meaningful duplicate. So let's go hop on the main, and hopefully we can get something a little bit better. All right, we have 22 primals on my main as well. Kind of coincidence that they happen to have 22 on both of these accounts, but it's quite awesome. We are going to pull all these. Again, we're going to do this single because I would like to get something cool, and it'd be kind of nice to see it run out. So we are nowhere near Mercy on this account. Let's get going and see how well we do. And we do even have the Pepsi, but we got a Horden. Abyssal, decent, rare. He's got an AoE, A1, so you can put him in some stun sets, throw some healing out there as well. Increase defense, increase attack. They're both the little versions, but, you know, for a rare, he's got an okay kit. Speed and faction crypts could be very useful as well. You could certainly do worse than building an Abyssal early on, maybe leveling up to 4-star or even 5-star on your account, so not a bad rare. Alrighty, Renouncer. I renounce that shard pull. Not particularly excited. It's not even Chopper, so I can't make the Arnold jokes. There's a legendary. Ooh, Jintoro. Jintoro is pretty cool. He is one of the top damage dealers for Clan Boss. He is not what this account is looking for, and I know you hear that an awful lot, but this is a late game account. Jintoro is in the same vein of a Draco, for example. Got a fun kit, but he's a very, very, very niche single target champion. So he's got the A1 here that grants an extra turn if he kills an enemy. Obviously, that's not a Clan Boss ability, but it's certainly okay. It gives him some use in some other areas as well for faction wars, for example. Attacks one enemy, steals 100% of the target's turn meter, decreases the cooldown of Oni's Rage by 1 turn if the target is immune to turn meter reduction effects. That is a very good ability, and Oni's Rage is kind of why he's a good Clan Boss champion. So he attacks one enemy, places the decreased defense and weaken for 2 turns, and in fact this is placed without booking, which is actually kind of nice. So Jintoro is a Clan Boss champion that an early game account could use without booking, and that is very, very important. Will attack 5 times instead of 1 on every 4th use of this skill against the same target in 1 round. And that is why he is absolutely amazing in Clan Boss. And honestly, he could certainly be useful. I don't know how that would work against the Chimera, if the different forms count as the same target or not. If they do, he could certainly be an interesting Chimera damage dealer as well. The decreased defense and weaken on 1 skill are great. The problem is that using this outside of Clan Boss just doesn't work very well, because you don't get this ability to do 5 times instead of 1 on just about any other area of the game, especially with a single target attack. That said, he also has this all turn meter fill effects increased by 50% when used on this champion. So he is difficult to tune in some teams, and you have to have usually a specific tune for him that often involves his speed being slightly lower than everyone else's because of this additional turn meter fill effect. But fortunately, with Deadwood Jedi's calculator, you can actually test that out. That does work properly in there, and a lot of tunes actually have a Jintoro special tune where you can put Jintoro in and use him. So good champion. I don't know if I've got one. I will certainly check and see if that gives me some duplicate Shadowkins when we get down later, but you know, I'm not going to turn down a legendary, even if he's going to end up just being a faction guardian. So let's get more shards. Let's get some more Legos. Let's get some more Mythicals, because that's what we're here for. All right, not what we're looking for here. Not, you know, I'll grumble about this pick. That is a Blood Painter, not particularly exciting again. I don't need rares on this account at all. Tree Feller. I think Tree Feller was the last rare I needed for Rosin. I don't remember if he's a Rosin fusion or not. Duck the Pierced. I love this dude. He's got the decreased attack and decreased defense. He does have the critical hit for that decreased attack. He's got a Provoke that's usable in Hydra if you need to. Very good for some wave control as well. Decreased attack, double hitter on the A1. Good champion. I really like him. Marquess, she can actually hit pretty hard for a rare. does need a little bit of setup, but very good overall. Vergis, nice. I enjoying Vergis on my free-to-play account. I don't know if I have one built on that account. Maybe I should build a Vergis on this account. Greybeard, not particularly exciting. Tyrell, one of the OGs, has got a 2-turn stun with a decreased turn meter on this. If the stun, manages to land, it's kind of cool. It's got decreased defense, has a chance of sleep as well, and the decreased attack here. Little power crept because this is a 4-turn cooldown, but overall he's still got a pretty good kit. Very usable champion, especially early to mid game. But we're not looking for usable. We're looking for mythicals. Hopefully usable mythicals. All right. So maybe my mythical luck is out. I don't know. Come on, Pepsi, you can bless me. Not going too well. Come on, let's give the people what they want. They want to see red. I want to see red. We can do better, Polarium. See, we are at the denial stage of the shard pull video where we start denying the fact that we haven't got anything good. Although Seeker, very good. He is a clan boss monster. He's honestly a really good champion as well as a speed booster. Has a 3-turn cooldown that books a 3-turn, and the extra turn makes this effectively a 2-turn cooldown. Turn meter fill of 30% with increased attack. And that fact that this is a 2-turn cooldown allows him to go super fast, which allows a lot of the 2-to-1 and possibly even 3-to-1 clan boss teams to function properly. So thank you, Seeker, for making Clan Boss possible for many, many people. And we are going to end on an Ogryn Jailer. He's got some pretty insane multipliers. Unfortunately, he does not have particularly insane stats, so he does not hit particularly hard, and he looks like an occult brawler. Is not the worst looking champion in the game. That is where we are at. Let's go take a look and see where my Guardian Ring is. Stop trying to sell me stuff. There we go. Ogryn Tribes. No, not Ogryn Tribes. That was the other account. Shadowkin, we are full up on Shadowkin, and do we do not have a second Jintoro on this account? So Jintoro was brand new. That is a nice new, yep, indeed, Jintoro was a brand new account. So that's awesome. It's actually kind of nice to get new champions on this account. As you can see, I've got an awful lot of champions. That actually completes my my Affinity Shadowkin. So that's kind of cool. So, hey, I got a new champion. I cannot complain too much about that. Certainly not something I was really hoping for, but hopefully you have your dreams come true. You pull some amazing mythical or at least some amazing legendary, and if not, you know what? Enjoy what you get, have fun. It's Raid Shadow Legends. We are here to play. We are here to have fun. And, hopefully the next Polar Shard pull is better for you if this one is not. So I will be pulling shards for people on CatHerder. So if you're watching this on Saturday morning, I will be pulling shards for people on my stream on Twitch. So CatHerder is a Twitch exclusive. We have all kinds of fun there. So join me there. Links are down below. In fact, if you want to check out a wonderful way to start a brand new raid account, check out the link down below as well. Get yourself a free Zargala and a free Ugo. It is absolutely amazing. Alrighty, it is a Friday night shard party here on Twitch. We are having some fun because fun is mandated when I stream, and we are here to pull some Primal Shards on my own account. We have Dr. Matt, who has graciously decided to fund some shards. He said, Bront, it's unfair that you're not pulling your own shards tonight, so we're going to fund shards and make sure that you pull something cool. So these 22 primals here have been funded by Dr. Matt. We thank him. He is an awesome, awesome person. We love pulling shards for him. We love doing takeovers for him. And honestly, it is great to have people that give back to the community. And honestly, it's nice that you guys are willing to do some stuff like this to support me. So we here are going to be pulling these 22 primals. Hopefully we're going to get something good. We do have Pepsi here, which I should actually make sure get this taken care of quickly. Thank you, oh Pepsi. You have blessed us greatly with flavor. You are the drink of choice. May you bless this count with many mythicals. So Pepsi, was that good enough to get sponsored yet? Maybe? No? Okay, I tried. All right, guys, we get some prayers to RN Jesus, get some hype in chat. Let's go get lucky and get some mythicals. Dr. Matt has deemed that we are going to pull a single shard at a time because he likes drama. So let's get going. That is a really weird looking mythical, but you know what? We've got 20 other chances to get something kind of cool, and we've got people meowing. That is awesome. That is an epic. That is Hoscarol. Hoscarol's kind of cool. I like the fact he's got the AoE stun. He's got the stun on the A1. He's immune to stun. And, you know, this increased defense is okay. He does decent damage as well. He's kind of fun for Centranos. Definitely good early if you get him early for some wave clear and control. Very good champion. That is a rare. There's another rare. We're not looking at rares. There's another rare. All right. Come on. This is supposed to be a 2x. We should be getting gold. We should get in. There we go. Lady Quillen. She is a okay damage dealer, and she is a fusion champion for Mikage. So not horrible. We've got 2 epics so far in 7 shards. We can do better than that. Let's see that red. That is a Dune Strider. They have finally given Dune Strider back her boot. If you guys are not aware of the lore, when they released Dune Strider, who I guess was a fusion champion in an early fusion, she didn't have a boot. One of her feet was bare. It was weird, and they fixed her. Now, I actually wasn't playing when this happened, so I've never seen this, but indeed, the joke about Dune Strider not having her boot is a thing, and that's why. Blood Painter, not particularly exciting. Blood Mask, not particularly exciting. Does okay single target damage. And we're getting raided by Mad Capper. Much, much love. How you doing, Mad Capper? We are pulling some shards for the YouTubes. And Dr. Matt has funded some primals, so we're pulling them live here on Twitch. In fact, guys, if you don't know who Mad Capper is, he is a wonderful, wonderful fellow. Always be kind with him around. Go check out his YouTube. Go check out his Twitch streams. He is an amazing dude. I did a collab with him a little while ago. Do check that out as well. So hopefully we can get something kind of fun with these other 11 shards. We are doing single pulls because single is sexy. That is a Crypt Witch. I believe her best use is she is a sandwich provider for the Knights Rev. That's why she runs the Crypt Witch stop. You know, yes, it's a bad joke. I don't know of anything else better. She's not a great champion. Don't use her. All right. Come on, Polarium. Got a few epics. We're looking for something better. Oops, there was a nice little pause there. That is a Boltsmith. He is not worth the pause. Headsman, not particularly great. Hello, Miss Scapper. Hey, Gaming James. How you guys doing? We are pulling some primals on my main account, funded by Dr. Matt, because he is an awesome dude. We are recording for the YouTubes, so hey, Ty, say hi to the YouTubes. You're on YouTube. Chani, not too terrible. She's got this passive here where she can increase her crit rate based on accuracy, so you can actually get her to crit pretty easily, which is okay for her kit, so she does okay damage. She's not great, but you know, you need this to crit to get that burn out there. It's a single target burn. It's better than nothing, and it's an AoE that has a chance of decreasing duration of debuffs, or increasing the duration of debuffs, I should say. So not a horrible champion, not absolutely amazing, but usable epic for Faction Wars for a while. Well, that was the most disappointing Taragi I have ever seen. Taragi is absolutely amazing, but would absolutely, you know, it'd be nice. I mean, I've got him on the free to play, so I don't need another one. But I was hoping for something mythical. That was a long, long pause. So we've got 4 shards left. Let's see if we can get some red. Let's go. There's a mythical. And that is an Ophidius Hive Lord. He's okay. I mean, I will build him out. I will do a guide on him, but you know, this is cool. I think I actually have a soul for him. I don't know. I might have had at one point in time, I had a 6-star soul for him. I don't know if I got rid of it or not for my Siffy soul, but this is absolutely awesome. Now, he's been buffed once, and he does some pretty decent damage in Hydra, so I think he should be kind of fun. And Dr. Matt believed, and we have been paid back with the bug. So he gives us a decreased defense on that A1, puts a perfect veil on him as well, gives us a A2 that attacks on enemies before attacking, places increased attack buff on all allies for 2 turns, so he gets the increased attack before he attacks. That's great. We'll ignore 25% if they are not under an HP burn. Ignores 50% of a target's defense if they are under HP burn. So he can hit pretty hard with this. Then increases the duration of all enemy debuffs by 1 turn. And on the A3 here, he attacks all enemies. Damage increases by 25% against targets under any debuffs. Instantly activates HP burns. And if they're not under HP burn, then puts an HP burn on them for 2 turns. So, And the cool thing about this is it sounds weird that he activates the HP burn before he puts the burn up there, but what that means is if he activates the burns and they're no longer under HP burn, he will then replace the burn with a 2-turn burn. So it's actually a very, very good ability. It's not quite the best synergy, but it is absolutely amazing. On top of that, every time he places an HP burn, decreases the target's defense by 3%, which stacks up. That can do a lot of extra damage for the entire team. HP burn debuff on the enemy team increases this champion's crit damage by 10%, so he can get extra crit damage. That's a lot of extra crit damage if he's doing it against Spider, but you know, for the most part, it's going to be probably Hydra you're using him against. And whenever an enemy HP burn debuff activates, increase this champion's attack by 5%. So basically, he gets a bunch of extra attack, you get to lose some defense, and he gets extra crit damage when burns are out there. Absolutely amazing first form, and that will be a very good legendary. But he does have a second form, and I think this is probably where he's kind of let down as a champion. He gets here, he's got the increased accuracy on the ally with the highest accuracy for 2 turns and fills their turn meter for 10%. Weird, but you know, not bad. Interesting support. Attacks all enemies, places a stun debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. He's a defense-based champion in this form too. I'll have to go check and see what he was in the other form. Places 2 continuous heal buffs on all allies for 2 turns. That's kind of nice. There's actually some fun synergy with that, with a couple other things. AoE stun, not too bad. Could be fun for some control. Finally, places a provoke on all enemies for 1 turn. Also places a 25% strengthen and increased defense on all allies for 2 turns. 5-turn cooldown. Does need books to get this to a 3-turn cooldown. Not a bad ability overall. I guess the big problem with him is he's got the provoke on this and the burns on the other, and you kind of want to do both. So you've got to swap between the forms if you're going to use him in Hydra. But overall, he's got good use in either form, so he's not too bad. But this form is certainly the lesser form for him. Finally, when attacked, has a 100% chance of placing weaken debuff and 40% chance of placing a stun debuff. And we are getting rated by Gestel as well. This is absolutely awesome. Gestel bringing a ton of people there. Chat and everyone else on YouTube, go check out Gestel Gaming. He's got a YouTube channel. He shows off some of his live arena stuff there. He's got a Twitch channel. He is an awesome, awesome dude. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Dr. Matt funded some Primal Shards for me, and we just pulled a Phidias Hive Lord on my main. We are having a lot of fun, and we are just talking about his kit while I'm recording this for YouTube. So say hello to YouTube, everyone, and I am sorry if I get a chance to not talk to you guys right now, but this is pretty awesome. Increase this champion's defense by 1 point for every 2 points of attack when in their alternate form, which is what this is. So basically, he gets a bunch of extra attack in his first form, and then he gets a bunch of extra defense with that attack in this second form. So he can basically ramp himself up for the damage as well. Now, this form doesn't hit as hard either. I don't think either form hits particularly hard, but this is absolutely amazing. And yeah, he's one of the lesser mythicals, and I still am going to build him. I think he'll be really cool to build. I think he's kind of a cool champion to have. I will check and see if I have a soul for him, but that is going to be absolutely amazing. Again, thank you, Dr. Matt, for funding these shards, but we're not done yet because we've got 3 more to pull. So let's get pulling. This is absolutely awesome. That is an epic. That is a Baroth the Blood-Soaked. He's an okay damage dealer. I think, does he have an AoE or is he? No, he's just single target. But he hits pretty hard for that single target, so he can certainly be used. Hey, Necromancer, thank you for the follow. All right, 3 more for that second. There's a legendary as well, and that is a Goffred Blastclad. This is awesome. I've got at least one of these dudes, so he is a duplicate, but he's a really good champion. I think he's very underrated, so I am absolutely stoked at this. This is absolutely awesome. Cannot complain about this at all. His big claim to fame is this 3-turn AoE stun that is 100%, is a defense-based nuke, and it is an actual nuke. But he also can increase his own defense and cleanses any decreased defense and weaken on everybody on your team as well. So it's not the best ability, but it's not bad. 3-turn cooldown if it's booked, 5-turn cooldown if not. Not amazing. Honestly, if this was a 3-turn or 4-turn cooldown with an extra turn, this would be a great ability, but pretty decent overall. Got an A1 provoke with decreased defense, not too bad overall. What he's really cool for, however, is he's got this passive that whenever an ally is attacked under block damage, he has a chance to stun them. And whenever an ally is about to be killed by a fatal hit, blocks the incoming damage and places a block damage buff on them for 1 turn. So basically, he's got an instant save that is pretty strong and throws that block damage out there as well. And if they're double hitting, they could double hit into the stun. And of course they can't, they will double hit into block damage, which could then get them stunned out of it as well. So, and you can buff that up to a 100% chance. So he is a really, really cool dwarf. And this has been an absolutely amazing shard pull session. And we've got one more. So, all right, guys, are we getting a mythical? Are we getting a legendary? We getting skamaz with this last one. Let me know in chat. Get some hype up in chat. This has been absolutely awesome. Awesome. And I appreciate the YouTube from Would Be Awesome. Appreciate that YouTube subscription. You are absolutely awesome. Let's get gravy. Let's get a legendary or a mythical. Pepsi bless us. This is awesome. Let's go. And that is a very funny looking mythical. All right. This has been absolutely awesome. Thanks again to Dr. Matt. Thank you for everybody who's been rating and showing up in this. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you guys in YouTube land for, hanging out and chilling. Hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. You are absolutely awesome. And I'll see you later. I am Bront CatHerder.